This is me, Manab, Freelancing Wali, and I'm 11 years old. I'm from Hyderabad, Pakistan. So, as you all know, that always we do an interview with a foreigner. So, today we are going to do an interview with a really special guest. His name is Krister, and he is a entrepreneur and professional coach at Krister Coach. So, first of all, tell me, first of all, give your introduction so people can know more about you.
Okay, and Assalamu alaikum. Thank you so much for inviting me. I am honored to be on your podcast and being interviewed. And to the audience, I am happy to be here. And my name is Edman. I am 66 years. I'm retired. I'm from Sweden. I have a company since many years. I started the company in 1987. It's called Kreman Innovation. I have been working mostly as an employee. I've been working 7 years at IBM as project manager. I've been working at Ericsson Telecom. I worked there for 3 years and I was business developer. I've been working also at Lernia Competence Company. It's was coaching. I was responsible for there and teaching. I was working in 5 different prisons. I was working with unemployed people and was helping them as a job coach, and also been working as a purchaser. I have been working also as a logistics manager. I have been working with military civilian company, a production company, and been working with so many different kind of works. I started my career when I was around 12 years, I should say. I was babysitting. I was working at with bookstore. I was taking care of. I was also working with demolished cars, and I've been working with fashion. I've been working with clothes and at the wholesale company. And I have now started a brand together with my wife, and it's called ek-trading.com. It's for helping people so they can actually do more business and also reach to the European market. And we have a collaboration between Pakistan and Sweden. So we are setting up this as a totally new brand. And we have created a portal where we have both coaching and education and also the marketplace. And we use Spotify, and it was my wife who introduced me to start with AI. So it's a hybrid solution where we are using AI and the work we are doing when we are going through the assessments and the action plan and so on, and also leadership related to AI. And then we are talking about abundance instead of scarcity and problems. So we are more focused on what people can do for positive things in the world. And we need to work more with helping people. I have also been a swim trainer for 10 years for children. And it was children between 4 or 5 years and up to 13 years. And this is a little bit of my background and different roles.
Okay, so that's really amazing. Now, my first question with you is what inspired you to become a professional coach?
It was actually when I worked at IBM. I was working, now we are talking like 25 years ago when I started to work for IBM. And as a project manager, I noticed that the most important was the people and make the people, to coach the people, not just the management. It was more about, because I was responsible for knowledge transfer to people from India. They were coming to Sweden from Bangalore, India, and they should come here and work in Sweden. And they missed their family so much, and it was hard for them to live in Sweden and working here because Swedes are not so open-minded and talking and inviting and extrovert. So they were going home to them, and then the the people, the workers from the team members, they were feeling sometimes very lonely here in Sweden. And then I was start up to talk with them instead. How are you? Who do you miss most? What are you going to do? What would you like to do? So I got the best I heard from one of the team members. He said, no, you're not just a project manager, you're a people's manager. And that was something I was listening to. I understand that the coaching part was more important for the workers, first of all. So that was the inspiration for becoming a coach, I should say. It took many more years before I took the certificate as a professional coach. I don't know if we lost Manab. I think the connection with Pakistan is not always working so well. So yeah, I can talk a little bit more about as a professional coach. I continue to work as a coach, and with my company, Crema Innovation, and brand ChristerCoach.com, which I am working on that website now. Christer Coach was a brand which I decided to use because I was so focused in coaching. I was a community coach for 2 years. I was a project manager for a rural area in my role as an entrepreneur. I saw opportunities. And that time I was coaching students, I was coaching the youth in that area, and I was also coaching elderly people and unemployed people and people at the factory, paper factory. So that was the coach role, I should say, and inspired me very, very much. And to start with the coaching, I noticed how important coaching is. I have actually had my own coach for 3 years some years ago. So I know how much a coach can make a difference in your life.
Okay, so where do you live?
I live in Sweden, in Kopparberg, a small town around 220 kilometers, uh, I should say, northwest of Stockholm. It's a rural area here as well. Lot of nature. So I live very close to a small river, which is beside. It's only 85 meters from the house where I live here in Kopparberg. I think the connection is, yeah, it's poor. But now you're back.
So yeah, I said that that's good. I also like to came to this country because this is my number one favorite country. And yeah,
Oh.
now my next question is how does your journey to become a entrepreneur? How does your entrepreneur journey begin?
Oh, that started up, as I said, 1987. And 1987, when I got interest in how to help people with, I had a job at that time, but I lost the job. And then I was, what shall I do instead of being unemployed? And then I decided to start up my own company. So I will never be unemployed. I will always be able to do what I want to do, and that was related to entrepreneurship. But I got hired, and I have had employments all the time, more or less. And then I become more like an intrapreneur. I was working with innovation within companies I have been working on. For example, at IBM, I was Blue IQ ambassador and so on. So I was always learning new things and was so interested in innovation. And as an entrepreneur, you need to actually understand what innovation is about. And I was taking all the classes, all the courses I could when I worked at IBM between 2000 until 2007. Then I was 4 years as a business partner to IBM. So the background, yeah, about entrepreneurship.
Yes. So that's amazing, really great. So now my next question is that why you, okay, so my next question is why you began on entrepreneur.
As I said, 1987, when I had a job, I lost the job. I was thinking, what shall I do now? I wanted to do something and I can't just wait or apply for jobs. Then I decided to start my own company and see what the needs are. So the first name I had for the company was Kreman. It's from my own name, Christer Edman. So the first the letters and then the last for Edman, and also thinking about creativity. And I am a man, so I was thinking that will be a good name. And then it was called Problem Consultant from the beginning, because I was thinking there are always problems which needs to be solved. And later on, I changed it to Innovation instead of Problem Consultant. I can't hear you now, so it's like a delay. It's yeah, it's lagging. So but I am waiting. If you can type, maybe you can type a question and I can continue and answer. We can see if the chat is working. If not, the sound is working.
That's amazing. Now my next question is that who motivated you to start Kister Coach and what challenges did you face in the early days of your career?
The most challenges as a coach, and when I start up as a coach, that was to get clients who are ready to pay for the coaching. It is the hardest part when you are starting up as a coach. And what I noticed was it's so important to find like a company or organization you can collaborate with, and that is my focus. I've been working together with very close to organizations and networks, and for example, when I was searching for jobs, it has always been like the coaching has been a part the last couple of years when I've been working. So that is also what I am working on right now, how I can coach people.
That's really amazing. Now my next question is that who was your biggest inspiration when you started?
Uh, I had, for the first, as I said, the inspiration was as a coach. That was the team member I talked to when he said people's manager. Then I understood that to handle people is more important than just being a manager. And for handling people or dealing with people who are having challenges, then I need to have coaching skills. And the coaching skills was mostly about asking questions and ask them how they want to solve things. And I was actually learning very fast that the powerful questions are the most important and make people to open themselves and talk about what they want, what they need, talk about their skills, their talents, and make them to be known and visible, and also guide them in the future, like asking question, what if you just dream, what would you do then? If you are not getting paid, what is your passion? What is your values? What is the most important in your life? And then come into, can you actually do something about those experiences, your passion, your dreams, where you can earn money? Is there a way you can find goals? Do you need some kind of education? Is there someone you have in your network? Do you have any other ideas how you can actually continue with your dreams and what you want to do in the future?
Okay, so that's really amazing. Now, my next question is that how long have you been in the coaching industry? What makes your coaching approach different from others?
I have heard because always listening to the clients what they are saying. For the first, as I said, coaching has been a part of my work since I should say 25 years because I used coaching when I was working as a project manager. I didn't really know and understand what I did, but I was always coaching people because I want to see the positive and the best in people. And I should also say what have been a part of my coaching role. It has been related now when I decided to actually take the certificate. So I become a professional coach according to the International Coaching Federation. I did exam in 2022 for the certificate as a professional coach. And when I was working as a project manager for the rural area, I also heard from another businessman. He said to me, Christer, you are not just a project manager, you are a community coach, he said, because you are actually coaching the whole community in the way you are doing. Because I was blogging, I was inviting people to join the innovation meetings. I arranged them like think tanks meeting where they could come up with ideas for the future, what they want to do, and so on. So I was also bringing 4 students from 2 schools in that rural area with me to Washington, D.C. And we attended a festival called World Children's Festival. So I had 2 teachers with me as well. And I talked to the parents and we got sponsorship, and we lived in 2 host families in USA, Washington D.C. So yeah, I think we lost the contact again. I think it's a little bit unstable, still unstable, and see if Manab is coming back now. I will ask her in the private chat here to see. Are you back now? Can you hear me?
Lot of internet issue
Good.
here. My next question is what's the best advice you received when you were starting out your business?
Oh, the best advice I got was to get the customer, get the client first, get the money first. Be sure that you will get the money before you start up the business. Because if you don't have a customer and you think that you shall run a business without the customer, then there is no use for you to start up. So start with the customer and make sure that you have a paying customer before you start up the business.
That's amazing. Now, my next question is that what are the top three qualities of successful entrepreneur and how do you handle failure in business?
Yeah, I should say I want to go back to that you need to know yourself. That is the most important because you need to have something which is called an entrepreneurial mindset. That means that you understand that you can't live on air. You really need to know what you will earn the money, where you can invest, where you can start up with, because if you start up without money, then it will never be successful. Because if you want to gain or get something, you need to invest. It's about investing time, investing money in what you believe in. And knowledge is the most important, because if you don't have the knowledge within the area so you can help people what they need help with, then there will never be working. And so that is so important. Know yourself, invest in knowledge in yourself. And I say know yourself, entrepreneurial mindset, so important. And also the investment and the knowledge. So, so combine those three things and make sure that you know there is a need. Find the need, find the customers who are willing to pay for you. That is the hardest thing as an entrepreneur. It doesn't matter. You can talk well, you can have a good website and presence in social media and all of those things. But if you don't have the other things, it's not working. I know that was my challenge. It has been all the time, because I am not a seller. I am. I always say that, because I say this because selling is a skill in itself. I've been working as a purchaser. I've been on the opposite side, but I can communicate. I know what people will be willing to pay for. And if I want to find those people, then I need to go to those places, take the contact with a school, take the contact with people who are working in that area I want to work with, get a mentor, get a coach. That is my advices. I think you are
That's
muted. I can't hear. Yeah, now you're
oh,
back.
that's really amazing. Now my next question is, what's your progress? What your process for setting business goals?
Right now, I am actually using AI. I am using the assessment. I'm using Wheel of Life. I'm using a tool called Smarter, and I am using some other tools as well. And those tools are so helpful, because the assessment based on Wheel of Life and the Smarter goals, and also working with some other tools. And when I am working with help of that and AI, and not only AI, because it's a lot about networking, and setting the goals is to get the right resources and ask people, ask questions, and find the role models you can mirroring or learning from, I should say. That is so important. And that is what people many times lack. They don't have the right people around them in the network, and you need to have supportive people. Like my wife, she's very good in doing research. She's very, very good in analyzing things, and she also advised me what is the way forward. Because 1 year ago, a little bit more, she said to me, Christer, you have been working as a project manager within IT and so on, but you need to learn AI.
Hete
And
lagabo.
she's always advising me.
That's really amazing and so great. So now, do you like to give any message that how was this interview and which improvement um, does I need? So, any feedback?
That was good. You're asking me questions how you did the interview. I would say you had very, very good questions. They were very straightforward, not too many either. You were more focused on the quality and the content on your questions. That was very good. I want to give you applaud for that, because sometimes people ask too many questions. You added the question for feedback to yourself. That is an amazing, I should say, awareness, understanding of learning, and get help from other people. My first advice to you is that I know it's so hard with the connection when it's not working, with the lagging and so on. I think if it's new people, this is my advice. I know that most people in Pakistan, but people who are abroad or people don't know and understand, it can be good and tell from the beginning. Like we might get some problem with the internet because we have a poor connection and sometimes it's not working. Then people will be prepared on that it might lagging. The second advice to you is to send the questions in advance. If you know that might be some kind of lagging problems, then you can have the questions for me ready and I can read them. I could have them, for example, on my mobile and I read the question. Now, the next question I have got is that, and I just got a message from Manab. So that is my advice. So prepare in those two ways. But you did excellent, I want to say. And the time you did is within 25 minutes. Big applause for you.
Okay, so thank you so much. And yeah, but today, Pakistan, in Pakistan, there is not internet is not working good. So yeah, so thank you so much for your advice. Okay, so Allah bless everybody. We will see in our you in my next interview with
Yeah.